Ever felt like there is an elephant sitting on your chest at work? Or perhaps you're struggling to sleep, thinking about the next day's tasks? This feeling is more common than you might think, and it's called work-related stress. It's that overwhelming sensation that seems to creep in when your work life becomes too demanding or challenging. It's like a shadow that follows you from the moment you wake up, through your day at work, and sometimes it even haunts your dreams. Work-related stress can manifest in various ways. For some, it's a heightened sense of anxiety, a constant worry about deadlines, meetings, and unfinished tasks. For others, it's insomnia, where the mind just won't shut down, continually processing the day's events and worrying about what tomorrow will bring. Then there's the lack of focus, where it becomes increasingly difficult to concentrate on one task because your mind is juggling 1,000 other things. You find yourself reading the same email over and over again, or you can't recall what was discussed in the meeting you just attended. And let's not forget about irritability, that short fuse that seems to have replaced your usual calm demeanor. The smallest things set you off, and you find it hard to maintain your cool in situations you would normally handle with grace. These are just a few of the symptoms of work-related stress, and it's important to remember that they're common. We all experience them to some degree at different points in our lives. So if you're feeling any of these symptoms, please know that you are not alone. Work-related stress is not a personal failing. It's not a sign that you are weak or incapable. On the contrary, it's a sign that you are human, and just like everyone else, you are trying to juggle the demands of a busy, challenging work life. So take a moment, take a breath, and remember, it's okay to feel stressed, it's okay to feel overwhelmed, and most importantly, it's okay to ask for help. Remember, you are not alone. Many people are battling the same unseen enemy. What factors at work often trigger these feelings of stress? Let's dive in. One of the most common culprits of work-related stress is an excessive workload. It's like being given a mountain to climb with just a pair of sneakers. You might be expected to juggle multiple tasks, projects or roles, often with insufficient resources or time. This constant pressure can lead to feelings of overwhelm and anxiety, no matter what line of work you're in. Next up, we have tight deadlines. Picture yourself in a race against the clock, your heart pounding as you try to beat the tick-tock. Whether you're a journalist racing to break a story, a chef preparing for the dinner rush, or a teacher grading papers before report cards, the pressure to perform within a limited time frame can be immense. Then there's the lack of support from colleagues or superiors. Imagine being stuck in a labyrinth with no one to guide you out. Support in the workplace isn't just about having a helping hand on a complicated task. It's about feeling heard, valued, and respected. Without this, you might feel isolated or undervalued, adding to your stress levels. Lastly, let's talk about job insecurity. It's like standing on a rug that could be pulled out from under you at any moment. In an ever-changing market, job security is a significant concern. The fear of redundancy, layoffs, or simply falling behind in an evolving industry can cause constant worry and unease. Whether you're a nurse dealing with life or death situations, a lawyer navigating complex cases, or a retail worker managing demanding customers, these factors can contribute to your stress. They can make you feel like you're in a pressure cooker, where the heat keeps rising and there's no relief in sight. But remember, recognizing these stressors is not about pointing fingers or assigning blame. It's about understanding what's happening, why it's happening, and how it's affecting you. Because no matter what your profession is, stress does not have to be part of the job description. Identifying the source of stress is the first step to managing it. How does stress affect your day-to-day life? And why should you care? It's more than just a bad day at the office or a tough meeting. Stress, particularly the kind that's persistent, can have a profound impact on your overall health and well-being. Physically, it can lead to headaches, sleep disturbances, and even serious conditions like heart disease. Mentally, it can manifest as anxiety, depression, or a general feeling of being overwhelmed. And it doesn't stop there. The strain can seep into your relationships, causing tension and conflict, and making it harder to connect with the very people who could provide support. We often underestimate the power of stress, but it's crucial to recognize its potential to disrupt our lives. It's not just about making your workdays more pleasant. Addressing stress is about safeguarding your health, preserving your relationships, and leading a more fulfilling life. Addressing stress is not just about being happier at work, but also about leading a healthier, more fulfilling life. So, how can you conquer this unseen enemy? Here are some practical tips. Firstly, let's consider the art of prioritizing tasks. When tasks are piling up, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. But remember, not all tasks are created equal. Some are more urgent or important than others. Learn to identify these tasks and prioritize them. This way, you'll be focusing your energy where it's needed the most. You'll find that with a little organization, your mountain of work can become a manageable hill. Next, let's talk boundaries. The lines between work and home life can often blur, especially in our digital age where work is just a notification away. It's important to set clear boundaries. Designate specific hours for work and stick to them. Make sure your colleagues and superiors are aware of these boundaries. This will not only help you manage your time, but also reduce the stress of work invading your personal life. Now onto a tip that's often overlooked: seeking support. It's easy to feel like you're alone in your stress, but remember, you're part of a team. Don't be afraid to reach out to colleagues or superiors when you're feeling overwhelmed. They can offer advice, share the load, or simply lend a sympathetic ear. A problem shared is a problem halved, after all. Another powerful tool in your stress management arsenal is mindfulness. It's not just a buzzword, it's a practice that can help you stay focused and calm in the face of stress. By being fully present in the moment, you can avoid getting caught up in worries about the past or future. There are many ways to practice mindfulness, from meditation to simply taking a few deep breaths. Find a method that works for you and make it a part of your routine. Lastly, but certainly not least, is maintaining a healthy lifestyle. Regular exercise, a balanced diet, and adequate sleep can all help manage stress levels. Exercise releases endorphins, the body's natural mood lifters. A balanced diet ensures your body has the nutrients it needs to cope with stress. And a good night's sleep allows your body and mind to rest and recharge. Think of these as your body's armor against stress. These strategies are all well and good, but they're not much use if you don't implement them. The key is to start small. Choose one tip to start with, and once you've got that down, move on to the next. It might be as simple as going for a walk during your lunch break, or turning off work notifications after a certain time. Remember, small steps can lead to big changes. Start with one tip and gradually incorporate others. You'll soon find yourself better equipped to manage work-related stress, and not only survive, but thrive in your professional life. Now we've heard from you, which of these stress management tips are you going to try first? It's fascinating to see the myriad of ways in which stress can manifest itself in our lives, isn't it? Each person experiences it differently, and each person has their own unique way of dealing with it. That's why it's so important to share our experiences and our coping strategies. It allows us to learn from each other, to grow, and to better manage the stresses in our lives. Imagine this. You're feeling overwhelmed, your heart's racing, and your mind is spinning. You decide to try one of the techniques we've discussed today. You take a deep breath, and as you exhale, you feel a wave of calm wash over you. You've successfully managed to reduce your stress levels, if only for a moment. Wouldn't you want to share that experience, to let others know that it's possible? Or perhaps you've been struggling with work-related stress for a long time. You've tried a plethora of techniques, but nothing seems to work. You're feeling frustrated, maybe even a bit hopeless. But then you come across a comment from someone who's been in your shoes. They've shared a technique that you've never tried before, and it's worked wonders for them. Suddenly you're filled with hope. You try the technique, and lo and behold, it works for you too. That's the power of community. That's the power of shared experiences. It's not just about learning new ways to manage stress. It's about understanding that you're not alone in this journey. It's about knowing that there's a community of people out there who are ready to support you, to share their experiences, and to learn from yours. So why not share your thoughts and experiences in the comments section below? You never know who you might help, or who might help you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Kidsonblock. Let's conquer work-related stress together.